All right, Ridgely Goldsboro here with Jay Bennett, the Blue Collar Networker, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to take an edict, a poem, a saying from Jim Rohn about leadership and break it down. And our goal and our aim is to share how there's never an end to how much personal growth you can do, how much personal development. And we know, as we've discussed in other videos before this, that what you see outside is a reflection of what's inside. So taking the time to really ponder what does this mean so we can glean those lessons and manifest more by becoming bigger human beings is really valuable. So since you picked it,
Yes.
please read what we're going to talk about and then we'll break it down.
So Ridgely, I have this in my library, and it's the Treasury of Quotes by Jim Rohn. So I have this little puppy here, and there's a lot of good stuff. But I thought, network marketing is really about developing leadership. And so I went to the leadership section, and here's a quote from Jim Rohn. The challenge of leadership is to be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Be bold, but not a bully. Be thoughtful, but not lazy. Be humble, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. And have humor, but without folly. And I thought that's wonderful.
Well, let's break this down if we can, because there's so much here that it's worth kind of talking about as an example to everyone that it's okay to hear something and then think about it and ponder it. And what does it mean to me? And how can I apply it to my own life and my business and my organization? So it starts out here. Challenge of leadership is to be strong but not rude. What does that mean to you?
Well, you want to have a position of strength. You want to have posture. I mean, that is absolutely important. You don't want to be please, 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 would you do it? You want to come from a position of strength. I mean, I have the company, I've got the product, I've got the comp plan. Our team is the team. We're going to win. It's a lot like sports to me, where you have to have that posture, that attitude of we're going to win the game kind of a thing. And that's great. But when you cross that line into being offensive and badgering people and crossing that line where you're being rude, that's not good. So now that strength is turning into a liability because you're over the top. So yes, have a position of strength, but don't harass people, don't offend people.
Okay, so let's move on. Be kind, but not weak.
Beautiful. So there's also another side here where sometimes I think what I see with a lot of people that are involved in the network marketing industry is that they come from a position of weakness. We talked about position of weakness, and they're timid and they come from a position of weakness, and they're done, and people really won't follow that. People do want a strong leader, someone that does have a real positive posture, and they really have a belief in what they're doing, and people get attracted to that. But if you come off weak, I don't know if this is going to work, but maybe you want to try this out, and I hope this is going to work. That's not going to happen. It's not going to work. So what you want to have here is you want to be a kind person. You want to be pleasant with people, but you also want to be strong. You don't want to be coming from a position of weakness.
So then we go to be bold, but not a bully. So talk about that for a second. Bold, but not a bully.
Yeah, and I think I've experienced the bully part. Somebody, come on, why don't you? That doesn't work. Being bold. Bold is this: that you have the courage to reach out to someone and share something, even though you're a little nervous, even though you're a little scared. But you're having the boldness, the courage to reach out to a human being and share an incredible opportunity that can change their life. So being bold is something that is absolutely something you want to be, but you don't want to be a bully. You don't want to be so bold that you're just attacking people and you're like deminimizing a person maybe for not being in the company that you're in. And so you've got to be very careful. You've got to give people space, and you've got to be allowing people to not do what you're doing.
Next one is be thoughtful but not lazy.
And that's a good one. You know, you could be thinking about it all the time and not putting anything into action. You know, there's the people that are constantly getting ready to get ready, and they're studying, and they're going to the next seminar, and they're reading the next book, and there's no action behind it. There's nothing behind it. So yeah, you do want to learn things, and you do want to grow, and you want to be thoughtful, but you've got to be an action person. Everything that you do is action. You know, when I go to an event, I just want one maybe nugget that I'm going to apply right away and put that into action. Let me share something. Action is the key to success. Okay, even ignorant action is going to work. I have a saying, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice.
Right. Next one is be humble but not timid.
That's beautiful. So be humble is, humility is really just acknowledging that the other person has value as much as you have value. In other words, humility is just knowing that, that other person is as important or more important than you are. And maintaining that humility, but not being timid where you're like scared to engage that person or afraid to hurt their feelings or afraid of what they might think, that kind of thing. You need to be bold in what you believe, and you want to be able to reach out to somebody. And so, in here, where is it?
Being humble.
Be humble,
but
not timid. So be humble and care about people, but don't be timid where you're afraid to share some really powerful things with them that could really change their life.
Next one I really like. Be proud, but not arrogant.
Yeah. And so you want to be someone who believes in what they're doing. And I am extremely proud of what I do. I am very proud. When I go to bed at night and I know that I've helped X amount of people with their health, I've helped X amount of people financially, I've helped X amount of people with their personal growth, I've done everything I can to be that cheerleader, to take them one next step. Okay, I am proud of that. But if I ever cross that line to arrogance, okay, that like I am somebody special because of that, forget it. Then I've just lost all that goodwill. So yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. You want to be proud of what you're doing, but you don't want to be arrogant.
And lastly, have humor, but not folly.
That means don't drink the second glass of wine.
Right.
At the meeting. There's a way of making this fun. There's a way of making this fun, and it can be fun. This is a very social, building relationship type of business. Matter of fact, it should be that you're having fun in this entire process. It should be fun. There's laughter, there's enjoyment, but it's not crossing that line into some weird stuff. That's not productive. That's not constructive. That's not building people up.
I think it's just amazing that we took one quote from Jim Rohn and extracted all of that. Okay, granted, Jim Rohn is a very deep individual who's taught many of us. I just want to say to everyone out there, anybody can do this. Anybody can take something and say, wait, how does that part apply to me? How does this part apply to me? What can I learn from this piece? How can I gain something from this to become a better person, a better servant, a better networker, a better human being in general? I mean, it's just amazing. And I want to say congratulations, Jay. I'm watching you sweat over here. That was not easy, am I right?
Oh, it was
really think.
I had to think that out, and it was really, really powerful just to be able to share that spontaneously with everybody. And like originally saying, we just want to get a little bit better each day. Nobody is going to be perfect here. I mean, I want to share this, that if you're thinking perfection is what's going to happen, no way. We're a work in progress. That's all it can be. But if we can get a little bit better every day, just a little bit better every day, that's all it is. And at the end of the day, that you feel good about what you're doing.
So leadership, getting a little bit better every day.
Absolutely. Thank
Thanks,
you,
Jay.
Ridgely. You too, buddy. Good one.
All right.